You trying to get out? You just don't know what to do? Hi, gorgeous girl. Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of another weekend vlog, even though it is Saturday night, technically Sunday morning, because it's midnight 30, however you say that. 12:30 p.m., 12:30 a.m., a.m. in the morning, a.m. Welcome to the vlog. I totally forgot to even start this vlog because I was like, oh, I should probably do that. And then yesterday I had my friends over. Friday, I had my friends over for like a crafty evening, which was so fun. And then it was late and I just went to bed. And then Saturday, today, all day, I got up. I had to finish my friend's birthday gift that I was making. I was making her like crochet trivets, which is like for hot pots and plates and stuff. And they're like nice, like double thick, and they're cotton, so they won't melt in the heat. So they're like, you know, good for it. And they're cutie little pattern things. And then it was a cookbook party. So I had to make the recipe that I had taken, which was very simple. I didn't pick one that was like super intricate or anything. And then I went to Hannah's birthday, and that's where I've been all evening. And now it is midnight 30. And this one's back here. She's so pretty. Oh, my stretchy girl. And now I'm back here and I have a little snacky plate because I was a little munchy, and I have a tea latte, which is very tasty, which is just like, it's a black tea, which I know is crazy to have at midnight 30, but caffeine doesn't affect me that much. Put that in the checkbox for might have ADHD, but like, it's so cozy and warm, and like I do like a frothy milk situation with a little bit of creamer. So good. I haven't read a single thing this weekend so far. Will I read tomorrow? Who's to say? What I do want to do tomorrow for sure is redo my nails, because these are cute from afar, but the closer you get, the more I've picked off my nails on the underneath, especially this hand. I've just kind of like started picking away at them, so I want to remove them and do something different. I did get a red and a white in the mail, like a red and an ivory, because I wasn't going to get pure white because it looks a little funny on my skin. But I have never owned a red nail polish before, and I'm kind of excited about it, because I think it's like a good Christmas red. It's not like Scorsese red, it's a Christmas red. I would like to do that tomorrow. And then I'm still reading Dawn of the Firebird, aka I have not touched it since I last picked it up. I just have not been reading. I've just been doing scrolling, watching Distractable, and knitting or crocheting or doing something this week, like all week. So who's to say if anything will get read. I really would like to finish a book this weekend, because I've only read one book in December, and it is already the 13th. Technically 14th, so halfway through December and I've read one book. That's not like me at all. Granted, this week coming up is my last 2 days of Christmas, my last 2 days of piano teaching for the year until winter break, and then I have Christmas with my friends on Friday, which is gonna be very exciting. And I think I have therapy this week too. I'm not sure. But like, we're getting into the stretch of like, okay, this is right up till Christmas. Then the following week is like, I have off. Then I think I'm off from the 24th in the afternoon, because we're having our Christmas lunch. And then from the 24th in the afternoon, I think we have off. And then I think I'm off until the 5th this year. I have the option to be, which is kind of cool. I have to check the email that my boss sent out, so I gotta check that out. But yeah, it's gonna be in it. We're in it. We're in the final home stretch. It is now cold as balls outside. Okay, it is so cold. This is walk outside and in 30 seconds you have frostbite weather. Like, it is -20 but feels like -29 with the wind chill kind of weather. It is cold. What is it right now? -24. What does it feel like with the wind chill? Let's find out. Let's go on this journey with us. It feels like -25. Okay, so it's not that bad. The wind isn't making it that cold right now, but like earlier today was bad. It's so cold that my car, when it starts, it just like the wind chill just immediately frosts over, and it takes 15 minutes for it to completely defrost so you can see out of it. And it's so cold that when you like close doors, it just goes like it's like a metal sound. It's not like a car door sound closing. It's bad. My car was not having a fun time tonight. But well, 'tis the season for cold and wrapping up. I have a heated blanket on my knee. I have a heating pad on my knee right now, my bad knee. And we're just cuddled up here, and I have a little baby who's about to crawl over onto me, I think. Are you going to come and cuddle? Or are you going down? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, she says, I'm going to come investigate your snack plate, Mom. I like that you came really close to the camera right then. Do you want to come cuddle? Is this your sign for me to turn to take this away? Yeah? What's happening right now? What's happening right now? I'm going to take this away. You can come cuddle. Baby. She goes, no, I didn't want you to take that away. I wanted to come be in position. Anyways, friends, what a chaotic clip. I'm so out of it right now. Oh my God. I've been sleeping terribly. I got up at I don't even know, 5 or 6 this morning, and my knee was on fire. I had to find my heating pad, bring it over to my bed. It was just not a fun time. It's cold. We're into the final stretch. That is what I'm trying to say. What can you expect from me leading up into this next week for content? So this Friday is going to be my favorites video. I've already filmed it. There's 7 favorites featured in said video, and I have very low hopes that I will read anything else that'll be on that list, so that's fine. And then I will have my bookish wrapped the next week, which I should film ahead of going anywhere. Bookish wrapped, and then my writing wrapped the 31st. And then, of course, my weekend vlogs are going to probably stop at a certain point, because then I do my holiday hullabaloo vlog that stretches the entire Christmas and New Year season. So we'll see when that cuts off, because Christmas lands funny this year, right? It's a Thursday. So we'll see. But anyways, my friends, welcome to the vlog. I'm going to get into nothing this weekend from here on out. I've already done my exciting things this weekend, which I'm so sorry that you were not told about before this. I just, B-roll. That's all it is. That's all it is. And that's all it will be. And that's okay. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the vlog. We'll see what I end up getting read, and we'll see what I end up doing tomorrow. But right now, I'm going to watch a little bit of YouTube, wind down, enjoy my tea and my snacky plate, and I go to bed. So I'll catch you tomorrow for Sunday. Hello, friends. Happy Sunday. Totally forgot to tell you, I also got my Rita order. So I now have all the yarn from my parents' slippers, and I don't have that much time to do the slippers. So I gotta lock the fuck in. I still haven't done my slippers completely either. I just haven't sewn them together, but at least the majority of the project is done. Anyways, yes. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna lock in. I'm making myself a coffee. We're gonna lock in, we do some knitting, and we're gonna do some reading, I think. I wanna pick something up and read it. Hello, friends. Happy Sunday, technically Monday, because it is 1 5:45 in the morning. But I finished Dawn of the Firebird today. I did it. I fucking did it. I buckled down. Took me a while to readily be like, even though I told you guys earlier, oh, I already said happy Sunday. Whatever, I can say happy Sunday twice. Even though earlier I was like, I really want to read. Did I read right away? Absolutely not. I think I actually started reading at about 7 p.m. But now we are going to bed. I have a little meowy baby next to me. I have an attempt at another sourdough loaf in my fridge cold proofing. I probably have to go into the office tomorrow because my boss is away for a couple days and I have a really sore knee. It's bad today. Elias, but it's okay. I just took pain meds and I'm gonna probably hook up my heating pad again. Or maybe not heating pad, maybe just Tiger Balm. But I did finish Dawn of the Firebird and I quite liked it. I really did. And after hearing Julie say that she one, didn't like the book, and two, was kind of like confused by the magic system and all this kind of stuff. Maybe it's just because I read more books like this. But this reminded me a lot of She Who Became the Sun and the Poppy War. Oh my god, the Poppy War. Yeah. And it had a little dash of like the schooling leveling up vibes of Will of the Many. If you've read Will of the Many, you know what Vis is in school to do. It's kind of along those lines. So I really liked that aspect of it. And I think it was written absolutely beautifully. It was in like present tense, which is odd for a fantasy book, which is interesting, but like a past present, it was weird. It had a weird little tense to it that I only noticed when I opened up the book again today. I was like, oh, that's not in past tense like usual fantasy books are. So it is in a different tense verbiage wise, which makes it feel a little different when you're reading it, but it is also beautifully written. So I really liked it. I really did. And I think the magic systems were pretty straightforward as to like everything felt like a kind of a D&D level cleric or divinity magic vibe. So it's like everyone has a heavenly power. And then there's also the direct opposite of that with Jinn, and Jinn like possess people. And those people, if they are possessed, they are like purged or exorcised or killed or whatever, right? So we have that, and then anyone with a heavenly power can basically do like whatever with their one given power. So, but it like levels up as you get more and more skilled in it, if you will. Like our main character, Camilla, she has the heavenly power of Nur, which is basically just booty pads. This is just her like heavenly light. She can manifest to heavenly light and she can use it as like a blade or walls or whatever. Like she can just manipulate the fuck out of it, which kind of gave like a D&D cleric vibe as she was doing the magic. I was like, this feels a little D&D. And some of the other things that the other people could do felt also very D&D, and it was like kind of a very leveled up situation. I don't know. I liked it. I did quite like it, but granted, there's not a lot of like, it felt like a magic system that was like typical to a lot of the high fantasy that I've read. Not that I've read anything specifically like this with like light powers and heavenly powers like this, but it was a lot of just like, okay, it's just vibes. Here's what they can do. We don't really know the limits. It felt a little bottomless, which is fine. It's not my favorite kind of magic system. I'm a whore for magic systems with rules. I have very clear rules. And then, oh my God, maybe we broke them just a little and now we are dealing with something we don't even understand. Those kind of magic systems. I love that. I love those magic systems. This one didn't really have that. It was just kind of a basic vibe driven fantasy magic system, to be honest. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was written beautifully. I like the world, I like the politics, I like the lore, I like some of the characters, and I cried at the end. And oh, there's some really good lines in this book. I will put one on the screen now so you can read it. This one really got me near the end. It really got me, and I was like, oh fuck. All right. So yay for that. It's very militaristic, but not nearly as much as the Poppy War, but does fall along the lines of like strategy and war and morally gray characters doing things that they want desperately for themselves, for their own gain, and like how far will they go and what will they sacrifice and all this kind of stuff, and like who will get destroyed in the way. Like very Poppy War-esque in that. We are following Camilla, who is the daughter of a emperor who's like never really acknowledged her, but due to this event that happens with her mother's tribe, she ends up getting, her and her mom like end up going to the emperor, showing up and being like, hey bestie, can we have, you know, refuge? And she basically shows that she can do her magic, and that's very special, because like no one in the emperor's blood has been able to do that as of like, none of his kids can, none of his other kids can. So he accepts her and like starts training her and all this ridiculous stuff and poisons and all this kind of thing. And then she starts training under her older brother, who is not who he seems, and but he's doing it in like a very honorable way. And like, if you know anything about honor, like that's just, it's really not going to get you anywhere in a world where people rip the skin off babies, you know? So it's it's a very dark fantasy book. A lot of shit goes down, a lot of shit happens to our main character, and she just keeps getting back up, and she keeps doing things, and she like, for a lot of the book, she's just letting things happen to her, but in a way of like, she doesn't let things happen to her. Things keep happening to her, and she decides to like just really stick to her family's guns and like be extremely loyal, kind of a thing. And she's basically used as a tool. And then she makes a decision once like something really big happens, and she's like, no, I'm gonna make this decision for me now, but I'm gonna do something that my family suggested, because I think that's kind of cool. I'll go do that. And then she infiltrates like the enemy side, and then she, you know, starts getting all the secrets on the enemy side and all this kind of stuff, and she starts making friends and starts like kind of becoming a mother figure to a bunch of people, and she really doesn't want that, but it's like, oh my god, the kids are so sweetie. And she starts like training them, and it's wonderful. And it's just all this like revenge plot for stuff that's happened in the book. And I love a good revenge plot. I love a really good politically charged revenge plot book. I love it. So yeah, if you liked She Who Became the Sun, if you liked The Poppy War, pick this up, because you're gonna love it. If you like The Will of the Money, you're gonna love this. There are some books of this ilk that I do not like personally, like the M.H.I.N.D. book that came out this year, and like Rage of Dragons by Evan Winters. Like, those militaristic books don't work for me for some fucking reason. I don't know why. It's in the way that they're written. It feels very distant from the characters, but this felt so in Camilla's world and head and thoughts and prayers and just her decisions, and it was so good. I really liked this. So yay for that. Not a perfect book, but I did really enjoy it, and I'm excited to see where this series goes from here, because that author, she has writing chops. She's gonna be a big author in the fantasy space. I have a good feeling about it, if people stop, you know, review bombing her for being a person of color, an Islamic woman. So people stop review bombing her, you know, that'd be great. People need to stop doing that on Goodreads. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, so yeah, that was my day today. I did a lot of crochet. I did a lot of knitting. I picked up because I figured, I was like, oh my god, it's like we have like one weekend from between now and Christmas, and I have to finish not only my slippers, but I have to finish start and finish both mom and dad's slippers. So I started on mom's today, and I wrote down the pattern, all the steps that I would need for her size in my little notebook, so that I have that in front of me, so I don't have to keep going back to the pattern and like drawing on my phone and whatever, marking things up. I prefer it to be physically. So I have that. I started on hers, and I'm now on the sole of the first slipper. So love that. I'm going to finish that up tomorrow, potentially start on the second one tomorrow, and also sew it and do the I-cord. I still have not done that for mine. It's a tedious thing that I don't want to do, even though it means the slippers are going to be done. Like, I can felt them then. Anyways, and I did my nails. I did them nice and Christmassy. Green, red, white, and gold. Christmas. Hopefully these actually last until Christmas. That would be great. But yeah, this little bean has been great all day, as is per usual. She's a very sweet bean who just wants to play all the time. That's the update, my friends. It's Sunday. It's been a good weekend. Lots of friends, lots of crafting, lots of productive stuff, and I finally finished my second book of December. I'm so behind in my reading. I was thinking, it's the 15th of December today. Monday is the 15th of December, and we're halfway through, and I've read 2 books when I usually read 8 to 10. So you can really tell the trend of my reading has just gone really, we've screeched to a halt over the last couple of months, which is fine. I've hit my goal of 100 books, like whatever, but every time I look at it, I'm like, oh shit. hopefully I can pick up something else. I really want to read Red Tempest Brother next. I want to wrap up that series, officially hit 10 series finished in 2025 and hit that goal. That would be wonderful. And I also want to start rereading The Surviving Sky by Kritika Rao. I also want to get to A Feather So Black by Lyra Celine. And then I have like a couple, like I have specifically the Benjamin Stevenson novella, the crime one that's Christmassy, that I want to read around Christmas. So I have a couple plans leading up to the holidays and all that good stuff. So should be good, should be wonderful. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get ready for bed, get into bed, and you know, go to bed. So I probably have to go to the office tomorrow morning, so I gotta go do press the proofs. So, but yeah, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow for Monday to close out this vlog. Oh my god, we have a spring, and she's basically fully cooked. I've never had an ear. I've never had this kind of spring. Did it fucking work finally? We have fucking done it. It fucking worked. It's not perfect, but like, look at that. This is what the crumb is like. Light, bouncy, soft, smells amazing. I love. Yes. Yes. Hello friends, happy Monday. I am here on the couch. Just finished the first slipper of my mom's pair. I didn't actually finish. I haven't sewed or the I-cord. We're now in the same spot that my slippers are for this one. But I'm happy about that. Happy to have gotten this one done. My wrist is really acting up today, so I took it really slowly, and I like it's so weird knitting with this big of a needle. This is an 8mm needle, size 10, I think. Is that what it is? I can't remember. These are also, they always like untwist. Anyways, I know there's a way to lock them, but I don't know what I did with like the little locking things in my kit. Anyhoozle. Happy about that. We love that so much. Sourdough success. I'm so excited. I've literally been dreaming about getting up and getting another piece of it. Just, you know, cover it in peanut butter or maybe honey. Butter and honey. Oh, that sounds really good actually. Toasting it a little. Just warm it up. Oh, this sounds good. But yes, today was good. I didn't have to go to the office because apparently press is behind on everything. So I'm going tomorrow. Less good because that means I have to go tomorrow. But that's fine. Today's also the last Monday of teaching of the year. So I'm done Mondays. Tomorrow's my last day of teaching of 2025. And then I get to go back on the 5th of January. And I have such a long break this time from work. I have the 24th to the 5th off. I like confirmed it today. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this break. It's gonna be well needed. What a nice weekend. I finished a book. I read the entirety of Dawn of the FIrebird, basically. Or the rest of it, at least. And I'm excited to have done so. Another book down. Book like 103 of the year. We'll see what I get up to next. Red Tempest Brother, I think, is the next one by H.M. Long. Gonna wrap up that trilogy and wrap up my goals for reading 10 series this year. This Friday is my favorites video coming out for favorite books of 2025. What else can I say? This weekend was great. It was full of friends. Frey's being a cutie patootie, doing a little shuffle stretch in her box there. She loves that box so much. But yeah, saw lots of friends, did some craft night, had a birthday party to go to. It was great. This week coming up, Friendsmas is Friday night, and then I have nothing. And then I have nothing until Christmas. So love that for me. I'm going to be knitting a lot of this. The second slipper, and then my dad's two, and then, you know, actually felting and whatever. And then I'm going to get back to my projects because I had my Sophie hood that I was working on. We're going to get back to that. This beautiful cobalt blue thing that I desperately miss. I dream of knitting that one, but I can't. I can't sit here and knit and not be working on the slippers because I need to make sure those are done for Christmas because they're Christmas gifts. That is the thing. That is what's happening. Amazing. Anyways, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me this weekend. It's been a very chill one. It's pretty short too because I didn't start it until Saturday. My apologies. But we not only finished a book, we got a successful sourdough. We had lots of Freya time, saw friends, and did my nails all Christmassy for the season. It was very successful of a weekend, I think. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.